Mr. Birken, thanks for your influence to me in my life and my career, and maybe you can shed some of that same influence onto these folks.
Kind of got my start back in, I guess, the mid-'80s, early teens, and Commodore 64, and figuring out what can these things do. Got really excited when I could get a synthesizer that was multi-timbral and could start playing different parts. But, oh, this is great, this isn't just one drum machine. I went back to the original DAT stuff, recorded it, put them in the Octatrack and some other stuff running off the modular, and just let stuff stream. When I had all the pieces then in here, what these are is just cutting and pasting out of that. So you have sections where it's going to run for an intro. And it's going to build in. And it's just a lot of trial and error of listening to the stuff in there, and then, you know, just leaving enough headroom for them to master it afterwards. You're cutting at zero crossings, you don't get any clicks or pops. And then you just mark the region. Then I can go through, I've got that tempo lock now, so I can just move through here.
Yeah. That is a really cool insight into how you make music. And that's like, this is why we do these workshops. The best synth and drum machine guy that I know, Paul Birken. The best way to learn live is just to get in there and hit play. Get in there and grab hold and see what happens. And I think that's just like a really great bit of advice that I thank you for many, many times in my life.
The key piece to start with is what's going to be your master clock. I was using the Octatrack for a while. Roland then made the little SBX1, which is now my master clock. So everything comes back to this. So I've got 2 outs, but I've really got 8 outs. So everything is getting equal clock. There's nothing chained. Everything is coming right from the brain. Effects I always run in. If I get a board that's got channels, I will run them into their own channels rather than the aux returns, simply so I can EQ the effects and cut a lot of the low end.
For
feed them back on themselves and do some fun.
Nerd talk. It's true though, it makes a big difference. I'm all about that. Yes. That's great.
So there's the 202.
Yeah.
But you switch it.
This is changing formats, is like 2 to 1s.
Yeah.
Is there something? Yeah.
Running twice as fast.
Thanks for coming to Slam Academy.
Yeah. And feel free to send messages, reply. Thanks everyone.